multitask. So if you get a chance, y'all could go on YouTube because we are up now. So for the people who could see, y'all cheating. You're cheating. I am so excited. I'm so excited today. I have my first guest on, and I'm excited because y'all hear us talking here. HR, like art. I like art. I went to high school of art and design in New York, and art is a love of mine that I wish I had pursued and didn't listen to people. They told me I was going to be a starving artist, so I didn't follow through. And I wish I did, but I know someone who is doing it now. Oh my God, I'm just so excited. Let me just go ahead and introduce you to her before I start giving out all the jewels. Her name is, I'm calling her artist Margaret Warfield, and she is. Are you out of Covington? No, I was about to say she's out. Well, I want to welcome you to the show first of all, Miss Warfield. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Let me see. I'm a little close. I don't know if that mic is working. Bring it down a little bit more. Yeah, that's how we do. We just try to fix it on their ear. Because I'm trying to see if I hear you. If not, you'll use this one. Try this one. No, I'm not really hearing you that one. Let me see. Okay. All right. HR, could you hear? Yeah, he'll let me know. He'll let me know. Well, we have Miss Margaret Warfield in the building. It is a pleasure for her to be here, for me, and I hope at the end of the interview, it it will inspire someone to pursue their love of art. Who is Margaret Warfield? Who is that person? I always ask people, who are you? If someone see your name, who are you? Are you a
I've always said that I don't care if people ever recognize my face. I just want them to see my art and say, "Oh, that's a Warfield."
See, that's nice. That's nice. And when you say your art, is there a specific type of art that you do?
Yes.
Okay, explain a little bit about that.
I generally paint women.
Okay.
And a lot of my women are not what you call fashion model sizes. I
Yeah.
like to paint women that have, you know, love handles, hips.
Real women sound like
Real,
real women, right?
real women.
Yes.
I like to paint women doing things that they do, holding babies, maybe a big basket of fruit.
Yes.
I love to paint dancers. And no, all my dancers don't look like little skinny ballerinas.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
They have hips again.
Yes, they do.
I like to paint with bright colors.
I was going to say that, but I want you to get to say all that because I'm excited when I see your painting. I was like, let me tell you something. Your painting was the first painting I've seen, like you said, that they were big women, curvy women. They look like my grandmother or my auntie, And then you are you into hands and feet? Is it a hands and a feet thing?
I have a little hand in touch that.
Okay. Okay, because I see a lot of when I look at the picture, that's a big focal point. Like I can see the hand, I can see the foot, and the colors, and the dresses look like they're flowing. You know what I mean? And I'm so excited to have you here because, like I said, I was watching your art. When did you start? When are you? Would you consider yourself an artist? Like that's what you do?
That's what I do.
Okay. When did you become an artist?
I actually have dabbled in painting since I was a little girl.
All right now.
And I sold my first piece of art here to a lady out in Gwinnett County.
Wow.
I used to, when I had my real job, I won't say what it was.
Right.
When I would introduce myself, I would always tell people I'm an artist.
Okay.
And finally, one of my clients said, "Okay, can you paint my family home?" And I said, "Yes." And she gave me a photograph of it, and I painted it, and she loved it. And she was my first client. I was so excited. I sold my first piece of art for her.
See now, woo! Yes, I'm gonna say yes. Now, see now, doesn't that Because people like to say that I don't care what people think about me, but doesn't that validate you as an artist?
It does.
It does.
It validated me as an artist, but over the years, and my husband used to hate it when I said this, just because someone says I love your art.
Wow. Yeah, he wants you to keep to the business end of
He
it.
was an accountant.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. Numbers, I thought, okay, no, somebody says I love your art. That just lifted me.
Wow.
Lifted my spirits. Yeah.
Wow. Where did you say where you were from?
No.
Where are you from?
I'm from Columbia, Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Tennessee. Okay. And what made you come well, I don't want to say what made you come here because it may be the prior job that we're not going to talk about, whatever that is, you know, whatever. But okay, so you started young. Is there such thing as a? Because like I told you, I went to art school, but I honestly pulled out because one, I realized I liked drawing and painting, but I didn't like the whole technique of it.
Actually, I only have had one art class in my entire life.
I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you because I saw your paintings.
Yeah, yeah. I had a
Oh my
class out
God.
in Lawrence, Georgia, many years ago. She gave me.
Wow.
There are art teachers all over the world that's going to hate me when I say this. I don't like teachers who tell students what they cannot do.
Because to me, that goes against what art is.
That's right.
It's supposed to be how I feel and how it's flowing out of me.
Right.
Okay.
To
Thank
this
you.
day, when I paint, I'm constantly, number one, I'm praying. I pray, show me, help me, Jesus.
Wow.
Number two, I'm constantly saying, what if? What happens if I do this? What if?
How will it come out? What will it look?
I use acrylic paint. I can't make a mistake. If I don't like it, I paint.
Oh, I love acrylics. I love acrylics because I have started out with one thing in my mind, and by the end of the painting, it was a whole different. And like you said, you could just blend and do the colors, and it dry, and you go over. So yeah, that's a good thing. Where can, if they're looking to find your paintings, because I know where to find them, but but you tell them where they can find them.
Well, if you're in Covington, Georgia, or near Covington, Georgia, you can go to two places.
Wow.
Southern Heartland Art Gallery.
Okay.
Or Wild Art, which is another gallery here in the area.
See, I didn't even know about that one. Now, where's that?
It's on the corner as well. I don't even know.
Wild Art. Y'all can Google it.
Wild Art. It's right across the street from Scoots.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. That's all in the same vicinity, though.
It's right across the street. We're right down the street from each other.
That's nice. See, I didn't even. You learned something today. I'm gonna have to go over there and check it out. And you also, we were talking behind the scenes, and you were telling my colleague that you have something coming up. Yeah. Elaborate on that.
I am very excited.
Yes.
Can I back up a little bit?
You can. You got. This is your mic now. You do it.
Several years ago, I taught art classes at Southern Heartland, but because of life circumstances, I stopped.
Okay.
And my church, a group at my church, asked me if I would do a paint party for them. And
okay.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Probably had more fun than they did.
That would be me.
Yeah.
That would so be me.
Yeah. So after the party, I decided, okay, I like teaching, and so I'm going to see if I can do some paint parties for people in the area and out of the area. And my first official, or my now second official paint party is going to be July the 30th.
Yes.
From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
You can register for it on my website, margaretwarfield.net. Just go to events. It's up in the upper left-hand corner on your screen.
Yes.
You can see all the details there. We'll have fun.
Excited.
We'll have refreshments. We'll laugh. We'll talk. And we'll cry if we want to. And it's going to be fun.
I'm excited. I'm excited for you. You're going to have another one, though.
Yes.
You're going to have them often because I'm doing something that day. Look at me. I'm so self-centered. I need you to have another one.
Yes.
And okay. Oh my God. I'm so okay. So you started when you were young, really young, and you're doing it now. So art, there's no limit. Is there an age limit? Anything?
No. I've read articles about men and women who started painting when they were in their 70s or 80s. I've always said if you feel like if there's something inside of you burning that you want to get out, you need to do it. Tomorrow, as long as you're breathing, you have a chance to do it. And so just get out there. If it's drawing, do it.
Yes.
Just do it.
And you know what? As an artist, now, correct me if I'm wrong. Can you go from one type of media to another type? Because sometimes people, my family, think I'm all over the place, but I'd be like, I don't feel like painting today. I feel like doing something else today, like drawing, or I feel like doing, jewelry today. And they're like, make up your mind. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. Well, how do you find?
Yeah, well, I'm a jumper.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm not alone.
Because as I get bored. I paint for a while. I do sculptures for a while. I sew if I want to.
Thank you, Miss Warfield.
I just jump from because I'm inspired by different things, and so I don't want to just have to sit and paint all the time. So
Mom, I'm not a disappointment to you, Mother.
No,
I'm not. Because I do that, and I have a certain part of my home that I have a little area, which would have been a dining room for most people, but I have it set up. Sometimes I'm creating lamps from old liquor bottles. I'm doing, like you said, the acrylics to something else, and I'm like, yeah, this is my art room. I'm not doing a dining area at all. I'm excited about that. So, do you have any? Do you have anything? Okay, I know. I know. Focus, Marlene. Focus. When I contacted you, I was watching on your Facebook, and I saw something that caught my eye, and I do dibble dabble in it too, but it caught my eye, and it's a piece. It's a jewelry, and you're wearing it.
Yes.
Right? Explain to them how you do that. Like, that's jewelry making.
This is jewelry making.
Okay.
I don't know whether you can see it on camera or not. It's a small piece.
Yes.
I actually have a bigger piece, but it's made. This horn is actually handmade out of polymer clay.
Wow. See, now I thought it was an animal's horn for real.
No. It's actually made out of.
I'm gonna take the picture and I'm gonna post it. But y'all get a chance, y'all can go on her website. And is that on your website? Okay.
It's on there,
okay.
Under wearable art.
Wearable art.
Yes, it's a polymer clay piece. And,
no way.
It's several different colors of clay. That's what gives it the interest and texture.
Now, you just spoke about polymer clay. You have dolls.
Yes.
Please tell them about your dolls, because like I told you, I researched you. I saw your stuff in there. You have dolls.
Yes. Actually the dolls or sculptures are called. They're under the heading of the collective.
Wow.
And they are each sculpture has her own personality.
Yes.
Has a name.
Yes.
She has a quote that goes with it.
Yes.
That sort of describes how her character, her demeanor.
And let me tell you something. You know what I like about your dolls? That you can see all of that, like you said, personality and character, but they have no features.
No.
And I'm like, how did she do that? But the body, that's clay?
Yes, that's clay. And let me tell you, I used to paint actually, when I first started painting, I did actual facial features. I got tired of people saying, is that your mother, is that your son? So I stopped. I completely stopped putting facial features. But I knew one day I would go back to doing it again.
Wow.
What I found interesting during that period, that most of the time when young people looked at my art, they didn't even notice that there was no face.
Wow.
They were more interested in the colors and what the person was doing, and they just didn't notice. But now when I paint, I actually see a face.
Okay.
If I don't see a face, I don't put it there.
I want them to get an opportunity. Covington, I want you to go out and support. I want you to go to, call the place again. Is it Heartland?
Southern Heartland Art Gallery.
Southern Heartland Art Gallery. One of the things that catches me, like I said, with your painting is, and this is so crazy. Thank God my grandmother's going home to glory, I hope, because she was a feisty one, so I don't know. But the ladies sit, even though they have on dresses, some of them you can see their legs are separated, they're sitting, and the dresses are draped. And I'm thinking, she caught that in a painting. Like, it's not, they're women and they're women. It's not dainty, and not to say that you don't paint dainty. I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. But it's real women. Like, I would sit like that with a long dress on. I would.
And it's probably that little defiant spirit in me, the little defiant girl in me, because my mom.
High five, please.
My mom used to say, don't sit with your legs gapped like that. And so,
ankles together. You're like, oh, for the love. This is uncomfortable.
Yeah, and none of my women ever have shoes on.
No.
No matter how dressed up they are.
No, they don't.
Their feet.
No, they don't. And they're dancing, and the dresses are flowing, and you guys got to go over there and see it. What else you got going on? What's this? Is this yours?
No, that's not mine.
Okay.
I see some art.
I want to see it. Yeah, absolutely. Margaret Warfield, if you guys get a chance, no, not if you get a chance, I need you, please, 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 to go check her out. Google her. Give them your website again.
It's
margaretwarfield.net. Okay, I'm gonna get this mic out of the way. Oh, what's that other one? Okay, I like that.
This is called I Wonder.
Wow, come here.
Actually, like
I like this.
Like a purple blue.
Look at that. Look at that. Explain
She
about this.
she is actually contemplating. What can I do? I wonder what I can do.
Mm.
And in my mind, the answer to her question is I can do whatever I want to do. I'm not in control of my life, but I trust God to guide me, my footsteps throughout my life.
I like this.
Yes.
I like this. Look at that. And you did see, I just learned this, that you paint the sides too.
Yeah, that's called the gallery wrapped canvas.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now, how much was something? I don't have on my glasses.
There is a label. What does that say down there? I used to think that I would remember the names, and this piece is $3.25.
$3.25. I'm about to start painting again.
Yes.
Look at that. See, and that's amazing because I've recently learned what it means when the word says that and I quote scripture wrong, so y'all forgive me, but it's something to the fact that your gifts will make room for you. And I'm thinking provision, it'll provide for you.
Yes.
A lot of times we try to do what other people are doing because they're successful in it, but that's not your gift. I Listen, let me tell you how funny this is, and then I'm gonna talk with you in a minute. When I went to middle school and we had graduation, everybody got up and they was whatever they was going to do, and in my mind I like dogs and cats, so I figured I am going to be a veterinarian. But here I go, I'm a veterinarian, so they call me up, Marlene Lass, a veterinarian, going to high school of art and design. What? How does that line up? How does that line up, a vet student HR going to high school of art and design? Because I was trying to follow the path that people said would have been a good profession, a veterinarian. But in my heart, I was like, I don't want to be. I'm an artist. I'm an artist, and I just wish, but it's never too late because I have you here. I have the gallery. I think they have stuff going on Fridays too, right?
Yeah, they have a paint party,
a community paint party,
and you go and
yeah,
free,
yes,
and open to the public, and you just bring what you want to paint and sit there and create
see,
and be around like-minded people.
And it feels so good. It feels so good. So if you guys got a project that you're working on, painting, drawing, I see some of the ladies in there do oil. Yes. A lady did a picture of the courthouse across the street. Yes. Some people do like bead and jewelry, and another one does clay. I don't know what she does, but it's amazing. And a lot of times we have these treasures right in our community and don't realize it.
Yeah.
Don't realize it. Is there anything else you would like to share with them? She said, "Oh, let me see." I'm excited to have you. Listen, anybody who knows me knows that it's like I'm like, as soon as it comes to my mind, I always think like this: what's the worst? The person could tell me no or yes. Right. So when I see your stuff, and I've seen your stuff for maybe, I'm gonna say well into last year, and I should have reached out then, but I was like, oh my God, she's an artist, and I got intimidated by your work, and I was like, she's gonna be like, who is this kid? Or well, I want to believe I'm still a kid, but but you know what I read about you too, and I believe a bio somewhere that your paintings have been all over.
Yes, they have. Actually,
it doesn't stop in Covington.
No. Okay.
Even Washington, is
yes,
it? Yeah, oh my God! Tell them.
In my bio, I say my paintings have been displayed from Union Point, Georgia, to Washington D.C.
Wow! Tell me about that, please. Tell me about how.
Currently, I have artwork in Hagerstown, Maryland, in a gallery called Just Looking. I've been with her for years.
Wow.
And St. Helena Island, South Carolina, Red Piano too. I've been with her for years as well.
Wow. Yeah. See, you don't even know. Look, my mother probably saying, "Oh Lord, she talking to this lady. She gonna go to the place and buy more canvas and paints," because they know that's what I love. I just gotta, jump at. Yeah, I have to. Well, I'm excited. I'm so excited to have you here. If you guys are just tuning in, shame on you. Yeah, no, I'm only playing. Thank you for tuning in. Real Talk with Marlene Lass, 1430 AM, WGFS, Covington's hometown radio station. If y'all didn't know we had a radio station, I always say, if you didn't know, like Biggie Smalls, but I'm not going to sing his songs, but if you didn't know, now you know. So Margaret Warfield, she has her website. Give them your website one more time. It's Warfield. .net, and you could check her out. She has a paint party coming up. If you want to be a part of that one, give them the date again.
That's July 30th.
Yes, and it's where it's going to be at the gallery.
It's going to be at Southern Heartland Art Gallery.
Time.
10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
I like that. I like that. And then y'all could even reach out to her if you can't make that date. Are you available to do private?
Yes.
Okay.
Just let me know. Just you can email me or call me and let me know what works best for you. I will schedule a time and we can just have some fun.
Oh, Covington is about to start doing their art. We about to turn up. We about to turn up and get our art thing going on. I thank you so much for coming, so much for displaying your work. I want them to look at your jewelry because she does everything. Those dolls, I believe the dolls have like names like Hope, Faith. Yeah, come on now. So just support, and I'm asking if you guys could check it out. Support our local talent. Support the local artists. It's nothing like showing your own love. So I thank you for coming. You have to drop by again when you get something else. When you let me know so we can bring it out and showboat it, showcase it. I got another song coming up, you guys. Highlight. I'm about to play your second song. It's called Rich, R-I-C-H, Rich, not material rich. And listen, because somebody was telling me, oh, he's singing like secular. No, what he does is he starts out like it's secular, and if you hear a certain point, he switches up and he says he's doing it like how everybody else does. No, let him do it this way. So what he's really trying to say is that the rich that obviously we would think about material, that's not what he's talking about. He's talking about rich in Christ. So I want you to listen to the lyrics, enjoy it. We'll be back shortly. You're listening to Real Talk with wMLaffs, 14:30 a.m. Look, I'm putting on my glasses. 14:30 a.m. WGFS, Covington's hometown radio station.
Holla in the building, and we about to do it, right? Yeah. Hey, man. Who said Christians can't ball out one time? You got it mad wrong if you think that we can't. Got that right. You see these outfits in my closet? Nice. That means clothes on my back. Yeah. It ain't even cost me a grip, cause Lord knows I ain't got stacks. All that food left on my table, it's more fancy than restaurants, and I thank God that I'm able for these payments on those credit cards. And the fact is that I'm blessed, man. Way more than you think I am. Some never would have guessed. When I'm down, that's when I'm best, man. That car drive, yes, paid for it. Old school and it runs fine. Don't you find that I run it? Cause it's like God in its own time. I ball hard like nothing. 3 simple words, I claim that. My bank account is unlimited. Cause it's spiritual, no shame in that. There's no need to be selfish. That favor comes everywhere. When it comes to God, I can't help it. He surely will answer prayer. That mind full of faith, with a heart full of love. That blessed life is the best life from the most high above. I got that mind full of faith, with a heart full of love. That blessed life is the best life from the most high above. Real. That's right, I'm rich in the spirit and I look fresh in appearance. When I speak volumes, you hear it because I'm rich. And I may not have it all, but with Christ I never fall. And with that I always ball because I'm rich, I'm ballin', I'm rich, I'm ballin', I'm rich, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm rich, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm rich, I'm ballin', I'm rich, I'm ballin', yeah. With Jesus Christ I am it all, I'm rich and I'm ballin', hey. Get up on my level, yo, my soul rich, so I'm never broke. Ride or die, engine on fire, go and let it smoke. Gave my life to Christ and I'ma constantly let him know. A lot of rappers crap, talking property and better dough. Man's life shouldn't be measured by possession. You're shining in the limelight but struggle with depression. Yeah, maybe your rhymes type of boy, you need confession. Ain't got it all together, but I can teach you a lesson. You can't serve God and money at the same time. Could gain the whole world, but in the end it ain't mine. I'm ballin' and I'm rich, cause my soul Jesus saved mine. Dead up to my eyeballs, but Jesus rich and paid mine. That's right, I'm rich in the spirit and I look fresh in appearance. When I speak volumes, you hear it because I'm rich. And I may not have it all, but with Christ I never fall. And with that I always ball because I'm rich, I'm ballin', I'm rich, I'm ballin', I'm rich, I'm ballin', I'm rich, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm rich, I'm ballin', I'm rich, I'm ballin', yeah. With Jesus Christ I have it all, rich and I'm ballin'. Hey, I started from the bottom, now I'm here, but my mindset stays still grounded. Where God takes me, I'm still clear. No fear of that, more money, more problems, cause I serve a God that solve them. Yep. And you can bet that I'm way up, too blessed to stay at the bottom. And that's the way that I like it. Too blessed to roll up in that mess. Yep. Even when the devil try to stress, best believe that I pass that test. When I'm hitting platforms like this, watch me focus that bigger picture. Got no time to be comfortable in this grind. No, it's back to scriptures like Proverbs. The blessings of the Lord makes us rich. 10 and 22, and he adds no sorrow to it. Don't you see where I'm going there? That favor. Don't let society's images brainwash you, cause they waver. Everything is on be rich. That's right, I'm rich in the spirit, and I look fresh in appearance. When I speak volumes, you hear it because I'm rich. And I may not have it all, but with Christ I'm never falling. With that I always ball, because I'm rich, I'm ballin', I'm rich, I'm ballin', I'm rich, I'm ballin', I'm rich, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm rich, I'm ballin', I'm rich, I'm ballin'. With Jesus Christ I have it all, I'm rich and I'm ballin', hey.
Mark with another one. Team P31. I'm a real woman. I ain't no Barbie. Boom. P31, that's what they call me. I walk in the building and the party starts. Ella the Picasso. Yeah, I'm a work of art. Now go live on my ladies. Go live. Go live. Go live on my ladies. Go live. Go live. Go live on my ladies. Go live. Jazzy on the outside, beautiful on the inside. Proverbs 31 in the building, and I'm all real. Barbies are for the children. Virtuosity is back. Can you feel it? I'm a new woman. I've been graced by the spirit. Representing for my women, where my ladies at? Hey, and classy ain't dead. We bringing it back, and we so fierce, but no cat fights. Being watched by the Father, so we act right. Game on lock. We keep it tight, keep it 100, the cash right. Got our own house, own job, own car. And if you looking for us, don't go to the bar, cause we ain't there, been there, done that. And when I look back, it was never all that. If you don't feel this, fall back. I'm on a mission, ain't nobody got time for that. I'm a real woman, I ain't no Barbie. Boom. P31, that's what they call me. I walk in the building and the party starts. Ella than Picasso. Yeah, I'm a work of art. Now go live on my ladies. Go live. Go live on my ladies. Go live. Go live on my ladies. Go live. Jazzy on the outside, beautiful on the inside. Now go live on my ladies. Go live. Go live. Go live on my ladies. Go live. Go live. Go live on my ladies. Go live. Jazzy on the outside, beautiful on the inside. I ain't bending over, I ain't touching my toes. He can have a Range Rover, I can get plenty of those. My God got a super fat bank account. I'm omnipotent, so the cash ain't running out. And when I say I'm classy, you ain't got a doubt, cause I ain't running around with all my junk hanging out. If you wanna see something, let them imagine. And don't touch me, no grab. If you demand respect, then you gon' have it. And lowering your standards is a bad habit. You're worth more, so act like it. If he ain't married to the goodies, he can't have it. Yeah, you a bad broad, but I'm well behaved. And I don't need a Superman to be saved. The price of beauty, Jesus Christ been paid. Thank God for the makeover, I'm remade. I'm a real woman, I ain't no Barbie. Boom. P31, that's what they call me. I walk in the building and the party starts. Ella than Picasso. Yeah, I'm a work of art. Now go live on my ladies. Go live. Go live on my ladies. Go live. Go live on my ladies. Go live. Jazzy on the outside, beautiful on the inside. Now go live on my ladies. Go live. Go live on my ladies. Go live. Go live on my ladies. Go live. Jazzy on the outside, beautiful on the inside. Team full of queens. Tell Jack we up one. Stepping out with my girl. Team Proverbs 31. Keep her legs closed. You could call her a keeper. Looking out for my girls. I'm my sister's keeper. If you got a good thing, boy, you better spoil her. God first, her next, then you, in that order. If you got a good thing, boy, you better spoil her. God first, her next, then you, in that order. I'm a real woman, I ain't no Barbie. Boom. P31, that's what they call me. I walk in the building and the party starts. Ella than Picasso. Yeah, I'm a work of art. Now go live on my ladies. Go live. Go live on my ladies. Go live. Go live on my ladies. Go live. Jazzy on the outside, beautiful on the inside. Now go live on my ladies. Go live. 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 Go live on my ladies. Go li
That is Merc P31. She's another artist that was at the event. Awesome young lady for Revolt Tour 2016. Merc, I want to give you a shout out. I asked her, where did she get that name from, Merc? Because Merc in the street means, you killing. So she says she killing her flesh, killing the things of the devil. And P31 is Proverbs 31. So that's where she gets her name. You can look her up on YouTube. And shout out to you, Merc. P31. If you guys are just tuning in, Real Talk with Marlene Laughs, 14:30 a.m. WGFS. I would like to thank once again artist that just left, Margaret Warfield. You could check her work out at Southern Heartland Gallery. You could check her out on her website, margaretwarfield.net. And if you know of anybody else in the community that has something going on, let them give me a call. Hit me up on Facebook, Marlene Laughs, or hit me up at Real Talk Radio with Marlene Laughs, and we could showcase their work. It's about showing love to our people. I got another one coming up, Merc P31. This one's called Royalty. I can't wait for you guys to see who I have back in the studio with me. Okay, talk to you guys in a little bit. Enjoy the song, Merc Royalty.
My lady step out strutting like we royalty. Hey, I'm a queen, you a queen, you know what I mean. Me and my lady step out strutting like we royalty. Strutting like we royalty. Strutting like we royalty. Me and my lady step out strutting like we royalty. Strutting like we royal. Strutting like we royalty. Me and my lady step out strutting like we royalty. I was born to be a queen. I was born with everything I need to be successful. Jesus Christ, he resides in me. And I'm so blessed, so haters can't tell me anything. I still respect them. I never call my ladies bees. I call them sisters in the kingdom, they my family. What you know about that royalty? I got mansions in the clouds on them gold streets. After this I get a crown and it's on fleek. I said I'm a queen, and my mind is more flawless than my hair, B. My intellect to make you stare, G. Yeah, I know you like my virtuosity. I'm a queen, you know what I mean. Hey, me and my lady step out strutting like we royalty. Hey, I'm a queen, you know what I mean. Me and my lady step out strutting like we royalty. Strutting like we royalty. Strutting like we royalty. Me and my lady step out strutting like we royalty. Strutting like we royal. Strutting like we royalty. Me and my lady step out strutting like we royalty. Every time I'm on the scene, got some bad girls with me. Sweet and they pretty, wise and they witty. Yeah, they got high self-esteem, confidence, they don't lack any, and we are all winning, so we are all chilling, repping the king, and they are all turning up with me. P31 is the team, running the town, and we taking over your city. And we do not pump up our booty, cause we are already too pumped up with our inner beauty. Putting God first, is him who we serve. Disrespect him, and you got some nerve. Hardworking women, we putting in work. We are too busy, so we do not twerk, cause we are superb, and we know our work, and we know what we are deserved. You better quit all your games, cause we do not play. This is not the NBA, this is no game. So if you ain't coming correct, well, you ought to be so ashamed. We do not settle for less, so if you are stepping to us, then you best be bringing your best. My daddy is God, and he is a king. I guess that makes me a princess. Yeah, I'm a queen, you know what I mean. Hey, me and my lady step out strutting like we royalty. Hey, I'm a queen, you know what I mean. Me and my lady step out strutting like we royalty. Strutting like we royalty. Strutting like we royalty. Me and my lady step out strutting like we royalty. Strutting like we royal. Strutting like we royalty. Me and my lady step out strutting like we royalty. Strut, 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 strut. Yeah. Strut, 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 strut. Yes.
Team P31. That is Merc P31 strutting like we royalty. Not like we royalty, we are royalty. Thank you, Merc, for having that positive word of encouragement to the young girls. Y'all should have been there at the event. She was killing the stage, killing it. I'm going to play another one after I finish up an interview. I'm so excited. If you guys are tuning in, you could check us out on YouTube as usual. Give me one moment, y'all, because you know I do it all. There you go. That's your mic. If you guys get a chance, check out YouTube, Community-Wise 1430 AM WGFS. Like I said, I want to thank once again the artist Margaret Warfield. Let's see. Look at me. Look. He's like, okay, I think that's it. I think we got it. I got it. And I know the voice sounds familiar to you guys, but I still have to formally introduce my guest. Once again, friend to the show, Newton County's chair candidate, Phil Johnson, is back in the building. It is hot, and he still came in and decided to do an interview. But this is what he does. It's coming. Everything is coming up with the election and stuff. So the more information he gets out, the more informative we can be. Thank you, Phil, for joining us today.
Thank you again for having me.
Yeah.
I always enjoy visiting with you, Marlene.
That's right. That's right. I was on your Facebook this morning, and you are so busy. I see you did something with was it an annual prayer breakfast this morning?
We did at St. Paul.
Wow.
AME Church.
Okay.
They had their annual prayer breakfast.
Okay.
It was very good. They had a speaker from St. Philip's AME Church.
Okay.
He was excellent. It was a good program, very uplifting, and I enjoyed it.
Okay. Did you bring a plate for me? Is what I want to know. No, next time. I'll give you a pass this time. So what you got going on? What's going on?
Well, of course, we started out the morning at the prayer breakfast.
Yes.
And then Rita and I campaigned in the field. We canvassed out West End County.
Yes.
It is very hot.
It is hot. It is hot.
So we're glad to be in the coop. It feels so much better. Let me mention one thing.
Yes, sir.
Marlene, while we're here. In 1966,
Uh-oh.
I was a DJ.
You kidding?
WGFS.
Are you
1430.
Are you serious?
I am serious. I was about to start college where I was going to work on my journalism degree.
Wow.
Went to work for the station owner at that time, which was Mr. Bill Hoffman. And
do you have a picture in the newspaper? I think it's you. I thought well, you were younger then. I'm sorry, right? But because I was reading an article about someone that was DJing, and it seems like he started from out of his home first. Is that you?
No.
Okay. And then okay. That's
awesome.
awesome.
The radio station was actually located in a little brick building on the access road.
Wow. Yes.
Where Mama Maria's is located.
Oh yeah, they got some good food.
We had to do. It was one man show, just like you said.
Yeah. Everything.
And we had to do the readings on the equipment.
Oh no.
We had to do most of our commercials were live commercials.
Wow.
That we read. Very few, pre-recorded.
Yes.
But that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. It got me started on the road to the journalism degree, and it was a lot of fun.
See, well, thank you. I thank you for that. See that nugget. See, I didn't know that. Now that you remind me real quickly, Phil, let me go shout out this advertiser, and then we're going to get into the meat of why you are here. Okay, I want to shout out GlendoraDvine. Divine Systems Georgia. She's a family counselor. If you guys are looking for counseling for your family, you can give her a call at 678-212-5146. Once again, the number is 678-212-5146. She also has a website, www.dsgeorgia.com. It's www.dsgeorgia.com. She's not too far from Covington. It's 255 Racetrack Road, McDonough, Georgia 30252. She also has a book that's out. If you check her out on Amazon.com, it's called Leaving Legacies. And she's going to be in the building later on, so you'll get to talk to her if you want to. It's called Leaving Legacies, Breaking the Disconnect Between parents, and millennials. So you can check that book out. She's an author. She's a published author now, GlendoraDvine. So like I said, if you're looking for family counseling, she's the person that you would want to give a call and let her know you heard about it here on Real Talk with wMLaffs. Thank you, Phil, for reminding me. Okay, so you're back. What you got going on?
We've got the early voting is going on now.
Yes.
We'll be early voting for the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
That's at the Covington Administration Building
Okay.
from 8 to 5.
Okay.
Through July 22nd.
Okay.
The regular vote will be on July 26th at your regular voting location, and that's from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. What we'll be doing over the next 2 weeks is we're going to be doing a lot more canvassing. We'll be calling on people at their homes. We'll be making telephone calls. We have volunteers who'll be working with us. And then we have some events coming up.
Yeah.
Marlene, on July the 23rd at Newton County High School.
I have it here. Yeah.
From 12 till 2.
Mm-hmm.
Action Ministries will team again with the Newton County Board of Commissioners to have food distribution. It'll be in conjunction with the Sheriff's Department's back to school program.
Okay.
So we'll have packets of food. We'll volunteer again. Our campaign volunteers will help in that distribution. And if you know people that are in need, just please remind them to come out.
Yeah.
We'll load the food in their car.
They really would. And I want them to know it's not it's not junk. It's good stuff. It's not expired. It's really good stuff. These people put their heart into that package. And that's an awesome thing to do for the community. So we have that on the 23rd. Yesterday I was out and about, and I seen people going in the administration building, and I was like, oh, people doing the early voting, sometimes I want to go over and leave who you voting for, but I can't do that. But what would you tell those who haven't voted as yet? Like, once again, who's Phil Johnson, and what you got going on to elaborate on?
Right. Well, what I urge people to do is to get educated before you go vote. As you've heard me say a lot of times, every time I've been on, and you've seen me in other places, voting is not just a right; it's a civic responsibility. Yeah, we owe it to the community as price of living in a free country to vote. Yeah, and I believe voting is more than just going and pulling that ballot on the day of election. I think it is getting educated on the issues, understanding what people stand for, what it is they want to accomplish, what their qualifications are, for the job. You wouldn't dream of hiring somebody to run your business without asking them to apply and interview for the job. Yeah. So that's what we need to do, is find out what people stand for, get educated about the issues, and then do so. And if you want to know what I am about and what my qualifications are and what I think of the issues, look at my website, Phil for Newton, and we try to go through the issues. We talk about my background and what our community's facing, because we do have challenges, just like the country has challenges. It was a difficult week, Marlene, as you know, and we shared a little bit of communication about it. It was difficult, and as I wrestled all week with trying to get a handle on where I thought we were in the world and what needed to be done, and I keep coming back to we need unity. Mm-hmm. We need to overcome the divisions that we see in the country. you know, and I don't want to play this parallel up too much.
No, well, I'm glad you did, because I was going to bring it up. So,
Yeah.
because I'm looking at the screen and the fact that you and I are sitting together and I'm black and you're white, you would think that we've come so far. And yet still, the like you said, the division that's in the country is sad and it's disheartening. You know?
It really is. You know, I came up, my years of awakening or coming into political awareness were in the early 60s. I remember well the civil rights struggle and great battle that went on in this country as we moved to where, you know, I thought that that we were going to be able to overcome the divisions that we saw. And here I am now, you know, close to 50 years later, and we still see division in this country, and it saddens me.
It is.
You know, I remember as I was a very young man, I remember when Dr. King was assassinated. I was at work that day, and when I came in, I remember the turmoil the country felt, and I'm sort of an amateur historian. I love history, but
I hear you, but I'm not hearing you to the full potential. Okay.
Okay, but I remember that Bobby Kennedy was campaigning for president at that time, and one of the most eloquent speeches of any politician I've ever heard was his speech about what was happening in the country at the time. And unfortunately, less than 2 months later, I came home from a revival service at the little Baptist church I went to, and Bobby Kennedy had been killed. And it, you know, that was in '68, and there was a great conflict in the country, great division, and we had certainly hoped that we left some of that behind, some of that division. But I will tell you, Marlene, what gives me hope is my favorite saying from Dr. King, which is the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. And we have to believe that it does bend toward justice, but it has just been so long, much longer than I thought it would be when I was young man.
Well, what I was thinking about as you were speaking is that when you talk about unity and how you often talk about the unity for Newton County, like no separation, no east side, no west side, I think one of the problems is that it has to start local before it could go national. And one thing, I was watching a guy on an interview this morning, and he had to give hats off to Atlanta Police Department for the fact that for whatever reason, their training or their character in officers or whatever, that many of the black men do get arrested for whatever crime if they committed a crime, and they don't end up dead. And what are they doing different in Atlanta than all around the world? And you know what? I even put a post. I said, well, you know what? I can say the same for Newton County. Thank God. You know what I mean? That I don't see where officers are killing, or situations where black men are getting arrested if they do a crime and they're not being able to stand in front of a judge and a jury. I thank God for that. I'm a praying person, and I gotta trust God on this. And I was really saddened this week because I have a black son, like I posted. I have a black, I'm black. I have a black brother, and they're upstanding citizens. They're licensed to carry. They're single parents. They have sons. They both have sons. It would do my family a horrific deed for them to have been put in a situation like what happened this week and come up as a toe tag, a tag on their toe. It's just, I don't know. We got to do better. And I don't ever want anybody to think, as a Black woman, I condone the innocent killing of anyone. Not a human being, because in my mind, it's a race, a human race. It's not white or Black. But for just how everything turned out, this was a hard week. It was just a hard week. And I think it was a hard week for a lot of people.
It was a hard week. And I think for all of us.
Yeah.
Because I think all of us suffer when we see injustice and we see the loss of life, both
just like
both individuals and police officers. It's no one can take pride or joy in what we've seen this week, but hopefully we can take hope from it that the visual impact of seeing that will shake us to the point that we move past hatefulness and disunity towards something toward unity. And we do have to start on a local basis. I know that there are issues here which are far beyond Newton County that are going to have to be dealt with on a national basis. And I think, whether it is sensible restraints on firearms, whether it is a better police officer training, whether it is psychological testing on hiring police officers. There's so many moving parts in this big picture, but what we have to do locally, I think, is we have to bridge this gap that suggests that people are different, because people are not different. I have, for 2 years, I have talked to people. I've had hundreds of meetings with individuals, one-on-one, talked with people. I visited with churches all over this county. I've been to all sorts of events, forums, discussions, town halls. And the thing that I've come up with is that in the end, all people are the same, and they want the same things. They want to live in a secure neighborhood.
Yeah.
They want to have a better opportunity for their children than they themselves had. And that is across the board. Everybody wants that. So if we're all more similar than we are different.
You're right.
Then what we have to do is figure out how to get along. And I think locally we can bridge a lot of those gaps. I think we bridge it with communication. We talk to each other, and I think that means that we have community meetings, and I think you had talked about, perhaps we need to have a community meeting where citizens talk to law enforcement about how we avoid things.
Because I always said I am for proaction, not reaction. Thank God Newton County is not going through what the other places are, but let's not wait. You don't know if something's brewing. So like I heard somebody talk about what's the protocol, and I'm not making judgment, but what's the protocol if you're stopped? You understand?
Right.
Or how do you answer? Not saying that it's picture perfect, but and then on the law enforcement side, what's their protocol? How do you deal? I can't imagine what it is to be a police officer. And I had to explain to one of my friends that when we're talking with anger and upset, we're not talking about the good police. Why would I look at a good officer and pass judgment? But like they said, in every field, there's good and bad. Just like in society, there's good and bad. So how do we deal with the situation when bad comes in with a good, or vice versa, and you diffuse the situation so that a body doesn't have to come out of a simple traffic stop? You understand?
Oh, that's absolutely right. And I think that, as I said, the things that we have to have is we have to hire quality people for law enforcement. You know, law enforcement, we cloak them in the power to make life and death decisions, and we arm them with the ability to carry those decisions out.
That's true.
So we have to make sure that we have the right people in those jobs, that we cloak the right people with that power. And I think we are blessed in Newton County to have a good City of Covington Police Department that is community oriented, that believes in community policing. We have a very good sheriff who is interested in the same thing. These are people that live in Newton County. I was
going to just say that I see people that go to church. You see them outside of their uniform. They're in your church. So they have, and I think that plays a big part too. They have a vested interest in the community.
Right.
That makes a difference, unfortunately.
It does. And, you know, and even the smaller towns that you don't think of in that law enforcement discussion, but Porterdale, they are so into community policing that they have block parties for the residents in Porterdale, different neighborhoods, you know, different weeks. And
just don't go through there speeding, they'll get you. Don't go through. If that's a 25, don't do 26. Talk about, I just did 1 mile. They will get you, but then you know what? That's breaking the law. So it is what it is.
That's right. But that community policing and training, and there is the City of Covington has a program now where you can go to police academy as a citizen.
Yes,
you can sign up.
I saw it.
And they will tell you what it is a policeman faces and what those protocols are. And you know, I know that it is fearful to be a policeman in the dark of night approach a car that you don't know who is in it.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I tried. Let me tell you real quickly. I applied because it's a city job and you can apply because it was a good, you know, benefit. But fortunately for them, like you said, the psychological part, and I was upset when they turned me down at that stage, but they realized that I wouldn't be a good candidate because I was fresh out of a domestic violence situation. So do we really want to put a gun in her hand and then she gets called to a domestic violence situation? You understand? I can easily have a flashback. They made a good judgment call on that. So, you know, I thank God, because if, you know, it could have probably put me in a bad thing. But at that time I was upset. I was like, oh, they're victimizing me twice. You know, I've got this and then, but I thank God. And I do. I thank God for where we live. But it's sad. It's sad. Like, I wish other people didn't have to deal with what they dealt with. And I do thank God for Newton County and our home situation, because I'm going to tell you honestly, and I'm not a black man, but I'm going to ask my brother and son, and I got stopped by the police before because my tag wasn't right. I wasn't fearful. I really wasn't. I pulled over. I'll yes ma'am and no ma'am somebody to death, because that's you know, that's what you give them, the respect. And like you said, I can't imagine what it feels like to stop in a car and you don't know that person, you don't know anything that's going on in that mind of that person. But I've never felt fearful here. Now, New York City late at night, or somewhere else, yeah. I've been out to Decatur. I'm not so much afraid of the police as the citizens. I'll wind my window up, but that's a whole different situation.
Well, one thing that I heard someone speak from the police department one day, and they said, when you're stopped by the police, compliance is you can litigate the right or wrong of the stop later. Don't
try to do that there.
But yes, at that moment, it is compliance. And so, you know, and then we'll argue about it tomorrow. And that's it. People should not be fearful because of their race or where they live or their income or whatever. But we live in a real world, and
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But again, fortunately, in our small community, we have most of the police officers that live here grew up here.
I was going to say that. Yeah.
This is home. They're part of this community, and I think that they're good men, and they've had adequate training, and they have the right makeup, and we have a lot going for us in this community. What we've got to do is have more communication. We've got to, as you've heard me say so many times, we've got to engage a lot of the people who are new to our community and don't know everyone here. Engage them in Covington, all the great things, all the positive things, and we have a community together. Because my other and I, Dr. King was a great person to quote, because he was brilliant in his thoughts, and he had stood on a great moral high ground and understood people, but I agree so much with what he said. As I look forward to a day when men will be judged by the content of their character, not the color of their skin, and I truly believe that we are moving in that direction. We have to move faster. We've got to work harder, and we've got to communicate more.
Yeah, because I do believe that it's more minority. It just looks a lot when it happens back to back often.
Oh, I know.
But I do think that the ones who are making the bad judgment calls or whatever issues they have going on is the minority. Like I said, this is crazy. I guess this is where, I had so many mixed feelings because I was upset. I was like, as a Christian, okay, when are you going to stop doing the prayer thing? Like, so you just, because this is what I put out there. I was like, okay, we say prayer, but how many of us Christians would take, turn the other cheek, literally, like somebody stand there and slap you and you not hit them back? I'm not that Christian. Right. So, and that's on a small level. So something like that, a lot of people will post it on Facebook like we shouldn't be upset. That's not the way to handle it. But that's human nature, to get upset.
Well, I think what upsets all of us, everyone, is the lack, the apparent lack of accountability.
Yeah.
I think that we every day decide whether people have obeyed the law or disobeyed the law. We do that in every criminal case. We have a court system that is designed to do that. And we have to hold everyone who is involved in the taking of a life, and to involve them in that judicial process to determine whether they're accountable. I think what is frustrating is when the system is either non-transparent and people can't see that it is working, or people sense that there is a bias in the outcome that would not be present if it were not a police officer. Yeah. I think most people, irrespective of race, want justice to be colorblind, and they want justice to be real. Yeah. I mean, they want accountability,
and they also want the media stop spoon feeding nonsense. Like I listened to the views, and when it was the two killings, the wording was totally different than, unfortunately, than when the officers got killed. Even up to the president, they were like, this is horrific, and it's calculated, and it's vicious, and it's this, and that may be true, but it's also vicious and calculated and horrific to gun down a man in a car in front of his woman and his child. How is that not? And then the reporters are sitting there oohing and eyeing, and what came to my mind as a black person, especially a black men that were there, is that they need to understand that at any given day, outside of you being a reporter and you driving home in your car and getting pulled over, that officer that may be racist or may have an issue does not realize that you're news anchors such and such. They see you for who they see you for, and you could easily be the next person. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, I don't like how the media, if you play back the tapes, the wording, because if you put certain things out there, people who can't think for themselves jump on it. It's like you spoon feeding them which way to sway, horrific and calculated and this. And I'm like,
with the great intent I had at one point in time to be a journalist, I get so disappointed with the way the press handles a lot of issues. I believe that when a politician fails to tell the truth repeatedly, that the press has an obligation to call
it out.
That out.
Call it out.
And not just let it go. And when a candidate for political office misleads or doesn't fulfill their obligations as a candidate. To educate. I mean, I just sense that the press has an obligation
to call it out.
They're the only mechanism out there by which the public learns what is going on. And so you're absolutely right. The press oftentimes does a poor job of communicating and having that sense of balance and a lack of bias. But like police officers, it's a difficult job, and I understand.
Oh Lord, that's exhausting just to try to figure that out. Lord. But shout out to Newton County police officers and the city of Covington, because I don't want nobody to stop me on my way out and be like, you didn't talk nice about us.
Well,
no, we're good. We're good.
We are good.
We're good. We actually should be like a role model or something for how to do it right. Because like I said, I have no fear. And I know they say, well, you're not a black man, but Sandra Bland was a black woman, and even though she, may have ran off at the mouth, it still doesn't justify her coming up dead. And I don't have that fear in Newton County, thank God. And I pray that it never changes. I really do. I like about Phil. We could talk about everything. We talked about politics. We talked about okay, we're back to that now. So what do you have this week? Do you have anything going on this week besides the following week is the 23rd? Yes. Are you going to be out there canvassing in this heat again?
Right, we are. We will be we'll be canvassing. As a matter of fact, we'll be canvassing with some community leaders out in the west end of the county. We'll be canvassing with State Representative Pam Dickerson again next Saturday. So we'll be out and about, and we may be knocking on your door. But and if we don't knock on your door, we're going to try to get you a phone call, because we do want to remind people we're not trying to bother people. But we want to remind you of the vote, because voting, as I keep saying, is so important, and this is an important election, and I fear so few people will vote and make that decision. In the May 24th election, we had 18% vote. That means 82% failed to exercise their right to vote.
So if it's about transportation, if you could carpool with neighbors, friends, family, because that's a shame if it's just for transportation purposes. Reach out to family members. Let them know when you're going to vote, if you can help them out. You know what I wanted to ask you too? I was reading different comments, and somebody made a comment, and I don't know. I'm learning more as I research the position of chair. Like some people were saying, oh, it didn't have any weight before. They didn't really do anything. What is the change in that position now? Or like, I think I'm trying to find, how much can you do or not do, or have the power to do or don't have the power to do? Can you veto stuff that come across you?
You actually can.
That's what I wanted.
For the first
Could you just veto and say no?
For the first time, the chairman of the board will have a veto over votes by the Board of Commissioners. They can override it. by 4 votes.
Okay.
There are 5 district commissioners. It will take 4 of them to override the chair. But, you know, more than anything, what I think that veto power does is it protects and avoids what we had happen in 2011 when the Board of Commissioners on a 3-2 vote changed the form of government, put in a county manager, and stripped the chairman of the Board of Commissioners of her power.
Wow.
As an administrator.
That's gangster.
And this will avoid that. The other thing I think it does is if the Board of Commissioners acts hastily in a meeting, maybe because of the volume in the room or the number of people who show up to sway an action, the chairman has the power to slow that down with a veto and give people more time to reason through and
that sounds good.
And decide what they need to do.
Okay, that sounds like a good change. So sometimes people are afraid of change, but change sometimes is good.
Right.
Sometimes it's good. Well, I thank you, Phil Johnson, for coming through as you do. So next, what's today? Saturday. So Monday we're still voting.
That's right. We'll vote all of next week and then the next week.
Okay, people. So get your family, get your friends, take them out there, hot or no hot. You know, it is what it is. You have to if you want to have any voice, you have to have a vote, and you have to do a responsible vote. No sense complaining amongst the dinner table or on the porch or on the phone. Get out and vote. Research and vote. That's it.
That's right.
That's all I could say. So I thank you. Anything
else?
It's
been a great conversation with you. I always enjoy it.
Real talk.
That's it.
Real talk.
And that's what communication does.
Yes. So we're gonna make this happen. Newton County is about to be the role model for the rest of the counties. We claim that. We speak in life. I thank you guys for tuning in. If you're just joining in, you're listening to Real Talk with Marlene Laff. And at 1430 AM WGFS, Covington's hometown radio station. And that was the man of the hour or half an hour, Mr. Phil Johnson. I need you to go on his website, because if I don't shout that out, he might get chewed out by Maurice, because he didn't give the social media, right? It's Phil for Newton. Phil for Newton. Check him out on Facebook. Email him. Read about him, so that, like I said, you can be an educated voter, and then when he wins, you can be glad that you were a part of it. And if he doesn't win, shame on you. Then you'll be like, well, maybe if I had voted, my vote would have made the difference. So, you know, you can't be a part of the it is what it is. Just get out and vote. Act like it's a soap opera you want to see, or it's something on sale that you got to get really bad. I'm about to play this song. Y'all know I got to be a better DJ, but I just play songs that I like. This song is called Real Turn. Nope, it's not. Wrong Turn. Highlight Reel. I played it earlier, but I like the song, so I'm going to play it again, and I'm going to, I'll be back shortly. Thank you guys for tuning in. 1430 AM WGFS. Covington's hometown radio station.
Drinks on me. Tell your girlfriend, bring a girl, show up to the scene. 10 o'clock at night, man, my day getting started. Vamp life, right? See, I'm just being honest. Future. Now, what I sound like when I rap that way? Everybody, right? Let me try another way. I'm beaming through a whole nother light, no LED. But I just ate a lot of life switching GOD. Run it back now. Yeah, you heard it right. See, I'm repping Christ now. Homie, I was on the wrong team, but I jumped ship. No bandwagon, but I'm right like Skip. Baylist, A-list, never need it. Let me play this playlist and repeat it. Cause I'm living alright for the future. The blessed life is the best life, Junior. Wrong turn, you making the wrong turn. Pump your brakes and reverse, reroute so you can learn. Wrong turn, you making the wrong turn. Better sense of direction, now that's what I call concern. Wrong turn. You don't wanna go there, homie, don't burn. Wrong turn. Yeah, evacuate from the point of no return. Haven't you heard 2 wrongs don't make a right? So make 3 lefts. I'm rapping on this beat like I'm from the Midwest, but I'm dirty south from the mouth. No Jimmy Hart, old school PlayStation made with a restart. You can call me blessed, man, cause I'm not an X-Man. Broke up with the flesh, homie, that's an X-Man. GPS on point when it's Christ got it. When you need a resource, check them like a works cited. Go, go. Don't forget the street signs. When you're rolling right, you ain't gotta pay the fines. Red light, green light, better slow it down. Take that alternate route where the traffic ain't around. Cause burning rubber only gonna bring you more smoke. And we don't play around here, no joke. Cause the good Lord about to make a return. And you don't wanna miss it cause you made the wrong turn. Wrong turn, you making the wrong turn. Pump your brakes and reverse, reroute so you can learn. Wrong turn, you making the wrong turn. Better sense of direction, now that's what I call discern. Wrong turn. You don't wanna go there, homie, don't burn. Wrong turn.
Don't do it.
Evacuate from the point of no return.
You got ears? Better listen. Am I clear? I'm on a mission. I'm here for your salvation. That's part of being a Christian. I'm trying to bargain with you before you make that decision. I have proof for your eyes to give you a clear vision. See that drink? Make you black out. Them trees make you pass out. You pop the molly and started sweating and then you lash out. Head to the bank and you pull all of your cash out cause now you have an addiction and wish that you could back out. Nah, you don't want to live life that way. Surrounded by negativity and bound by chains. Everybody judging you but they don't know your pain. Quit the gossip about your life but they don't know your name. Now, steer clear before making the wrong turn. Listen here, when you crash, you gon' burn. Let's be safe, don't be distressed like a damsel. I'm too deep for the streets and I lead by example.
Wrong turn, you making the wrong turn. Pump your brakes and reverse, reroute so you can learn. Wrong turn, you making the wrong turn. Better sense of direction, now that's what I call discern. Wrong turn. You don't wanna go there, homie, don't burn. Wrong turn. Evacuate from the point of no return.
Don't know what happened, but forgive me, guys. I thought that was a quick. I'm gonna have to get highlight reel for that. That's supposed to be a longer wrong turn. What is going on? You are listening to Real Talk with wMLaffs on 1430 AM WGFS, Covington's hometown radio station. If you didn't know, now you know. Now you know. I have another. Let's see, who's this? The one thing I like about the Christian songs is I usually don't have to screen them. The day that I have to screen the day that I need a clean version of the Christian songs, we're going to be in a problem. We're going to have a problem. But some of them be like really close, and I don't want to play a really close song. So let's see. Okay, I'm pulling up. I'm using it for my, I got a nice one. I played last week. Yep, because that's what I do. I'll play it over and over again until somebody says different. Let me see. I will survive. I made it. Lord, I lift your name. I think that's Lord, I lift your name on high. So I think that's what I'm going to play. And then I'll be back with you guys. They was like, no, she's a little bit too real. You're hearing all the stuff. Lord, I lift your name on high.
Brother JT, testify.
Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. Yeah. I'm so glad you're in my life. And I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way. From the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky, Lord, I lift your name on high. Oh, Lord, you came from heaven to earth to show the way. Oh, my Savior, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, to the sky, Lord, I lift your name on high.
My Lord, I lift your name on high. And how I love to sing your praises. And I'm so glad you're in my life. Oh, and I'm so glad you came to the earth to the cross. My debt you paid. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. You came from heaven below. You showed the way from the earth to the cross. My debt you paid. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. 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 Lord, I lift your name
on high. Look, we singing.
Bam, 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 bam,
She is always on Facebook Live or Periscope, or she makes me remember what I'm supposed to be doing. And the she, if y'all don't know who I'm talking about, I'm about to introduce her in a minute, so I don't have to do her. Look, I don't have to do the commercial because she's here, so you can hear it straight out the. I'm not gonna say horses, but the sister's mouth. Thank you for tuning in back. This is Real Talk with wMLaffs, 1430 AM WGFS, Covington's hometown radio station. Thank you guys for tuning in on this, 5:35 hour. I am so excited. As always, my guest, I want to thank him for coming in, Newton County Chair candidate Phil Johnson, and before him was the artist Margaret Warfield. I have to. Ooh, look at the rain that's coming down. Look at the rain. I'm gonna have to signal to them in the back. They need to be a little bit quiet. I need to put some soap at the top of my car and let. What is she doing? Is she putting on lipstick? Listen, I have her in the building. I have her. So if you guys need a family counselor, I could read this from the back of with my eyes closed. Her name is GlendoraDvine. She's a family counselor. She's going to give you all the details from Divine Systems, Georgia. Her website, www.dsgeorgia.com. If you want, you can give her a call later, but she's here right now. Phone number is 678-212-5146. And if for whatever you want to talk to her now, you can give her a call, 678-212-5310. 0310. That's the call in number, and speak to Miss GlendoraDvine live. I'm gonna introduce. She's gonna tell you a little bit about herself and what she has going on. Thank you for being here, Miss Glendora.
Thank you for having me. Yay!
Yay! I gotta get an applause button. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Look like you just made it. Look at that. The rain is coming down.
Just our
she done brought the rain. Here. She brought the rain to Covington. Thank you. So listen, family counselor. It seems like to me you do. I know it's family counseling, but what's your title? Because I think it's more than family counseling.
Well,
right?
Yeah, my title is licensed professional counselor. So we do individual and family counseling.
Okay. Location.
The location is downtown McDonough, Georgia. We're really located right off the square. We just moved there. That is our new location.
Oh, yes, so yes.
Call and make an appointment and come see us.
Yes. So y'all scratched that address I gave earlier, right? The 255 Racetrack Road.
Yes.
Yeah, she's not there no more. She is. She's moved.
We have moved on up.
To the east side, the Jeffersons.
Yeah.
How is it over there?
It's awesome. It's our own space. We have
nice.
About 4 to 5 therapy rooms that we are utilizing, and we're excited. And it's really open. We have a parking lot, so you don't have to park and worry about the meters. And again, we're open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So we're there.
That's awesome. See, that's when people think working for yourself is easy. She said 7 days a week. That means she has staff. Okay, here's a scenario. Let me give you a scenario. I have a teenage. No, I don't have a teenage. I have a 10-year-old that is what the school would say is having behavioral problems. Not true, but I'm giving you a scenario. They're acting out in class. And I said, they tell me I need counseling. Me and my child need counseling. I come to you. How does that start? How do we start out?
Well, it start off with the phone call. You just call 678-212-5146, and we will make you an appointment within 24 to 48 hours. You can get an appointment. So there's no wait for that as well.
Nice.
Once you come into our office, and again, then in this scenario, you said that your child was having problems. The school has informed you that it's too many issues, and they suggested counseling. What would happen at my practice is that once you come in, we're going to make an appointment for that child. But again, too, we're going to try and get family therapy involved. We're going to try and talk to the parent as well, because whatever is going on with that child, you are reacting to it, whether you reacted to it from the school and what their point of view, or you reacting to it from the child's point of view. But we just want to make sure that it's a great communication pattern that is taking place when you are reacting, since these issues are being brought up.
Is there an age limit? What's the youngest a child could walk in there?
Well, the youngest they can walk in there is probably about 3-year-old, but but they should be walking with their mama.
Right, but 3-year-old.
But yeah, we'll start there and move on up, and we don't really turn it off. So we take elders as well, the elderly as well. We take Medicare and Medicaid.
I was going to ask you, what insurance do you take?
Well, right now we take over 13 insurances, so it's pretty. I can tell you what we don't take.
Yeah,
how about that?
Yeah.
It's easier that
it's
way.
Easier, right?
So right now we the only one that we really don't take is United Healthcare. In our area, United Healthcare has said there's too many providers, so we don't take United Healthcare. But we are part of EAP, Employee Assistance Programs, and sometimes, even if you do have United Healthcare, the EAP program might go pay for your services instead of the actual United Healthcare.
Okay. What you got going on? What do you have going on? Because you are always going on. So what do you got going on? You're a hardworking woman.
Well, you don't work when you're dead, so I'm alive. So let's move it.
Somebody
let's make it
told
happen.
you that growing up.
Yeah. But I guess I just took it and ran with it. But right now, I'm really just trying to push my book. It's called Leaving Legacies, Breaking the Disconnect Between Parents and Millennials.
Yes.
And really, I really want to push that, because I really want parents to really understand communication patterns and the best ways to communicate with your child in this year and moving forward. And it's not how we communicated, or our parents communicated with us back in the 60s or the 70s. So I really just want parents to really understand that you have to embrace social media. You have to embrace family values and actually state them and let your children know what they are and what they mean to you. So my biggest goal right now is really just to try and get this book in many parents, guardians, foster parents, caregivers, grandparents' hands as possible.
Okay. I was just, as you was talking, I was thinking, do as I say, not, that whole, that, what's up with that? Are you,
that's in my book. Pretty much I describe that as authoritarian parent, and which is not the best way to go in this year
I was guilty when I read it, because a certain part you was like, read it, and then honestly you have to be truthful. See which one you are, and I'm like, oh my God, that's me. Like, don't ask me why, just do it. And what you said made sense. It doesn't give that child leeway to learn how to make decisions, and it's like a helicopter mom or something. That's crazy.
And really, what happens is it starts to bridge the gap of disconnect between you and the child,
and that broke my heart. I literally teared up when you said that, because that's the last thing I wanted to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But parenting don't come with a book, so we kind of do what
now it does. Glendora's book.
What up?
Yeah, it does.
And let me tell you, I just want to put this out there. That book is $9.99 if you get the ebook. So if you have a smartphone, and pretty much everybody has a smartphone, if you have a smartphone, you can download Kindle, the app, and then you can download that book for $9.99. Wow. And it does come with 2 worksheets, but those worksheets are downloadable as well. And if you get the paperback book, it's only $15. I did this on purpose. The book is only 104 pages, so it's not a really thick book. It's very short. It's just to the point. But I was very mindful to make this book only $15 the most, $9.99. the lease, because I wanted you to have change back out of your $20. I really did.
I know that's right.
I really wasn't. I'm not trying to break you, to make sure that you understand a better way to take care of your children and help communicate with your children. I really wanted you to actually have change, and so you can focus on implementing some of the techniques that I put in the book.
I like how you mentioned about the families being a part of it, because as a parent, like you said, authoritative.
Yes.
We could, and when I hear
authoritative is good now. So, authoritarian.
There you go. See, authoritarian. It sounds like a dictatorship. Like just do.
It is pretty much.
Yeah, and I'm like, a lot of times when you complaining about your children to people, you don't realize the part you playing in.
Exactly.
You really don't, and you don't realize how sort of like a mini monster or Hitler that you sound like to your children.
Right.
And then you want to know why, they're not talking. And we got to be so careful of that teenage years.
Right.
And then you mentioned about this whole social media thing, which is a whole different ball game in itself.
And the reason I mentioned that is because the social media is really how our children talk.
Yeah.
That's how they communicate. That's how they socialize.
That's
when back in our day, we socialized by going outside riding our bikes or playing under the shade tree, or playing jacks outside, or the marbles. Who's gonna draw the line? They don't even know what marbles are.
Hopscotch.
They don't. I don't even think they know what jacks are.
No.
Wow. I think I could really beat my daughter some jacks right now. Because they don't understand these games that we play, because it's not even an option for them. It's not available. It's not an option for them. Wow. What is an option for them? Cell phones and apps. So in order for us to relate to them, we have to be really aware of what these apps are and how these children use these cell phones. And I tell parents a lot of times, we give these phones to our children, but we really don't teach them how to talk on their phone.
That's true.
I had to even, make it a point of my daughter to let her know, and she don't have a cell phone. She's 10 and she doesn't have a cell phone. But if somebody called her grandma or granddad call on my phone, I would give her the phone. But I had to teach her, once you say hello, you pay attention to whoever is on that phone. You don't say hello and then start talking to who's next to you.
That's true. Oh wow.
That's something that you have to be taught on, how to use a phone.
And we take that for granted.
Exactly.
That somebody would just pick up and say hello, but
how many times they say hello and then they're not even talking to you? You holding the phone. Like, why did you call me?
Yes, they're talking to everyone. My daughter, and same thing you said. Like, she'll be at my mom's house, call me from my mom's phone. And you called me.
Right.
So why are you having a conversation
with my mom?
And I'm like, and I get frustrated. I'm like, hello.
Exactly.
Hello, I'm on the phone. Why did you
And
call
again, me? Even though it sounds so simple, the point of it is we're trying to teach them how to use the phone. They see the phone, they got the concept, but they don't understand how to use it, how to implement.
And you give that undivided attention to that person that you're talking to. Okay.
Yes, because it's rude.
I'm gonna test her out with something tonight.
Yeah, try it because and get it right.
Wow.
So because that's the only way we really want it. But that book right now is available on Create Space.
Okay.
CreateSpace.com, and you can you can type in CreateSpace.com and then type in Glendora, GLENDORA, Divine, D and David, V and Victor, INE. Or you could just go to Amazon.com.
That's the one I always tell them to go.
Yeah, you can go to Amazon.com and download the ebook. Just put in GlendoraDvine or Leaving Legacies, Breaking the Disconnect between parents and millennials.
It'll come up.
And just put it in there. But the paperback is that Create Space. Okay. CreateSpace.com. And that's how you get the paperback book. Because I myself personally got about 6 books downloaded on my phone, including mine, but I prefer a paperback.
Okay. And I see you put out something the other day that you sold your first copy on Instagram. How did you do that?
I got my first Instagram sale. Well, I actually made my Instagram page and it's under GlendoraDvine, but I made it basically it's only talking about the book and talking about leaving legacies. And the lady emailed me, and she DM'd me, Instagram, catch you in a DM. And she was like, I want this book, I'm finna order it. And then she sent me a picture back saying, this is my book, I got it. Nice. So I was really it was, when I go on Instagram, what I do is really just engage with the people that's already following me. I like their pictures, I made comment, and when I post the picture, I try to say something about it that makes sense about that picture, use hashtags that's relevant to that picture. And
you're very positive. I gotta shout you out for that. Yeah, and I'm saying that because with the social media, it's so easy not to see positivity. And like Phil was just talking about, the whole situation this week was so draining and so sad and so disheartening. And I can't tell you how much time I had to backspace and delete, not to shoot the post out, because I was all up in my feelings. And I had to keep real, like, okay, Marlene, you have a responsibility of what you put out there. Once it's out there,
it's gone.
It's gone. No matter if I delete it on my end,
Twitter says I still can have it because I follow her.
Yeah. So I thank you for your positive. You're a positive person, and you encourage me. Sometimes I'll be like, nah, Glendora might see that. Like, they said, what would Jesus do? I'm like, oh, what would Glendora do? Oh, she doesn't see that.
I struggle with my own, my personal Facebook page. It was trying to depress me based on all the stuff that's been going on. And, I have a lot of people that was putting stuff on. I just couldn't really engage in that. I couldn't really, what I am trying to do to help our kids.
Because you really didn't. I was looking at your page. You really wasn't. I was engaging. You didn't.
No, let me tell you, because I feel like writing this book, I have already done my part.
Yeah.
And then what I need to do is continue to try and get as many families to get it as possible. So ripping and running, trying to make sure, giving the book away for free, trying to give it to you for less than $20. Trying to make sure that I have some so we can stay available. You can have that book, make sure I talk about it. That's what I feel like I am doing to try and help the Black community. Try to help our males, our fathers, our dads, our brothers. I feel like if we embrace my book about communication, about parenting styles, then you'll be able to talk to your child a better way to handle when they encounter police officers. Even though some of the incidences that just happened, these men did not do anything to warrant what they received. The same thing that that stuck with me, even though they didn't warrant what they received, what ran through my head is, what is the legacy now that is left? What do their kids know about them? What do they?
My heart broke out for that.
And then the son that's standing on news saying he want his dad back. What legacy did the dad leave? And what is that communication? What was it like? And so my goal is to try and make sure that, you have a positive relationship with your child, and you understand what was going on. I was running late today, and that was one of the things that was going on is the family, the little girl that they brought to see me, they were stressing her out about what's wrong. And one of the things that was wrong is that she was stressing about is that the past 4 days, what she's been seeing on social media, and she hadn't talked to nobody, and they hadn't sat down as a family to say, this is what we expect, this is reality.
You got to get back to that sitting down.
And so that's what I had to tell myself. Don't look like, wait till you get home, y'all find something to eat, then y'all come to the table, get some visuals, put those videos up. Write 911 on a piece of paper, lay it on the table, just have some visuals about what you're about to talk about. So you could, like I said, it could be handwritten 911. It can be hands up, don't shoot, whatever. You can put up some stuff on your phone, put up some stuff on your iPad. So when the kids sit at the table, you can say, this is what we're going to talk about. So everybody can stay focused. Everybody can stay real, and you give them expectations. What I expect for you to do if you encounter a police officer. By you being 13, I expect for you to say, my name is so-and-so. My mama is at so-and-so. Please call her at so-and-so, and repeat that till I get there. I don't want you to say he didn't do it. I don't want you to say leave me alone. I want you to say F the police. I don't want you to say none of that. All I want you to do is repeat your name,
like a soldier,
my name, and my telephone number.
Name, rank, and serial
so
number.
They can have some type of armor to fight the police officer. They can't, not physically fight, but just arm themselves against being told or accused of just doing something wrong and ignorant that they didn't even do in the first place. So this communication by sitting down as a family and telling your children what you expect and what they expect from you, how I'm going to show up, how I'm going to be there, how I'm not going to waste time to be on my way because we talked about this. So that right there, again, that's what I'm pressing and pushing in my book. So only thing I can do in these times is continue to try and give that book to as many people as possible. And I was adamant about not making that book more than $20. I have been told many times that I should have made that book at least $30. And I have told them that book is the money value. If you implement the techniques, you can't even pay me. Because that's going to save your family and you will have a legacy and generation proud of.
Wow.
And that was my goal, So that's why I really just try not to engage, because saying, I felt sorry for the police officers that died. I felt sorry for the men that passed and all those families that have been affected. And the only thing that keep coming to me is, what is the legacy? What's the legacy for the white officers that's killed the black men? What is the legacy of the black man that shot all those officers? What is the legacy that's being left? What is the communication? What do you say? What do you say to your family? So when you think about it, I said, the only thing I can do is push this book. So again, you can get that book at, and if you get it from hearing this broadcast, or if you get it from just hearing any of the broadcasts that you have heard on this radio station, please call. Give us a call and let us know you heard it from 14:30 a.m. Give 14:30 a.m. a call. And you can call in now at 678-212. We got about 3 minutes.
0310.
I would love to talk to you.
0310. GlendoraDvine. Oh my gosh. I'm just sitting here thinking, like you said, what is the legacy they left behind? Because even if the tragedy happened, if you planted a seed and the legacy is positive, it is what it is. Like, you can't take back what happened, but they'll have a chance, at least at making it and making a productive. Oh my gosh, this is
so
way
you have
too
to do
heavy.
some self-care. When you see all these flashes like that, you can't keep looking at that, because that's what that's going to do. It drains you.
I said, I'm done. I was like, I had to come off.
You have to get off. You have to find,
because it's really redundant. It's nothing new.
It is, and it's
people are saying negative. The same thing. Yeah, people are saying the same thing.
It's negative.
In different wording. Everybody's saying the
negative.
Same thing.
So why do you keep feeding your soul negative energy? Don't do that. Find some positive stuff and try and make a difference.
I think I'm gonna go color a book later on.
That's some good stuff. That's a good therapy for adults.
I love coloring, and I don't get those adult coloring books. I go to the dollar store and get the big ones.
Affordable one.
Yes, the affordable one.
$29 ones.
Hello, well, stress me out about coloring now. That's not what we're about to do. We're about to get the dollar one. And look, if you like me, do the heavy outline.
So you don't mess up your tail.
Do the heavy outline and then shade it. That's how you color. Glendora, I thank you for coming through. HR, we got a couple of minutes. I want y'all to go on her website. Give them your website and your social media. Again.
Okay, you can find me on all social media at Divine System. That's D in David, V in Victor, INE, DVINE, Systems with an S, GA. Divine Systems Georgia, and our website is D and David, S and Sam, and the word Georgia spelled all the way out.com. Again, you can give us a call at 678-212-5146. We do individual and family counseling. We safeguard families. We try and have families stay together and live a happy and safe life.
And you heard it here on Real Talk with wMLaffs. I thank you guys for tuning in to Real Talk 1430 AM WGFS. I look forward to hearing you guys next Saturday at the same hour, 4 to 6. What? I'm gonna fight him. At the 4 to 6 o'clock hour, you can call in 678-120310 next week. All right. Have an awesome day. Blessings, peace, and all that good stuff. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There's a miracle in this room with my name on it.